Okay, today is Saturday? No, Friday.
Friday the
August
1st.
And Isabel is going to tell us about Dragon. When did Dragon show up?
Well, I had this meditation where I had this very clear vision of my soul showing up like a dragon to me. And at first it showed up kind of like the cartoon dragon Toothless. And it was cute and very friendly and but kind of wild and green, but kind of standoffish. Now it feels like it's more solidified, like I'm more one with my soul, or whatever you want to call it. It's literally like just me becoming more, like my soul coming more into my body and me feeling more connected. So it's so out of the box and so untangible. I can't really describe it other than, you know, this visual of this. That's kind of like how my mind kind of placated what's happening, so I have a general understanding of kind of the change that's occurring.
Okay, so can you compare what you're experiencing now to anything else you've ever gone through before?
No, I can't. It's so undefinable and untangible. A lot of the spiritual things, when you think about them, it's so big the mind can't really understand. It's like trying to comprehend the size of the universe. You just can't do it, right? So you can think of it in general sense, but you can't really get to that totality. But it's a whole, we're not in Kansas anymore. It's a whole nother ballpark. And I laugh because it's just, it's not, I usually do things by feel. I do everything by the hair of my chinny chin. I can manifest, you know, like I think of something and usually it's pretty instantaneous for me, and I'm kind of like this wild bohemian type of spirit, and it's like, no, it's not like that anymore. It's funny, like I can't manifest like this. It's like it's almost like this part of me showed up and went, we're gonna do this, and I don't know what this is. I can either fight it, you know, try and do something kicking and screaming and be like, no, I don't want to do that, you know, or I can just go with the flow and just be like, okay, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And so I kind of have to just go with the flow. So it's a whole nother ballpark, and I've never been this clear with my like boundaries and this clear with, it's, everything is very black and white for me, and usually I'm just like, oh, everything's fine, la 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 la, so it just cracks me up. I'm just completely like, no, you know. So I don't know what to think of. It's very clear on what it doesn't like, right? Learning a whole new language, because I've never been this clear with myself, but yet it doesn't talk to me, you know, my inner voice doesn't talk to me and go, it's not like some booming voice that goes, you shall do this, you know. It doesn't show up like that to me. So it's, the learning curve is kind of weird, but what it ends up happening is getting the translation for what it wants. I don't know. So yikes. And it's definitely one of the things that has come up is I'm just not very patient. I'm ornery as hell. And I'm very, like, I'm not doing that, you know, very, very to the point. And it's interesting because I've never been to the point where I've just looked at a situation and it's very black and white to me. It's like, I'm not doing that. It's not going to happen. Have nothing against you. Done. You know, like, boom, you know. So it's crystal clear. It's not, there's no, well, maybe. There's no wishy-washy. Or if someone shows up to me and I don't like if they're saying a particular thing and I feel it's hurtful or something like that, I just look at them and go, I'm not talking to you, you know, like, or I'm just not dealing with it. So it's funny to me. It's just crystal clear and very demanding. So it's a whole new way of being, and I feel like, oh my God, what am I doing with myself? I just feel like in this time of my life, I'm moving right now, so I feel like a lot of things are changing, and my whole life is changing, and even me, like on a spiritual, mental, emotional level, you know, I just turned 40, you know, like all kinds of stuff. It's a whole new ballpark. This is like the beginning of a whole new era of my life, and so it's fascinating because I just don't know what the ride's gonna be, right? So, yikes, yikes. I have a general notion that I'm kind of just along for the ride at this point.
So Isabel,
Yes.
so what's the meaning of life?
42.
No. Try again.
What is the meaning of life? It's one thing.
Yeah, what is that one thing?
That's for you to figure out.